First RO Consulting has come up with a way of helping curb and trace the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the group has developed the TraceNovel 19 app. Now, the app detects close COVID-19 positive contacts and reminds those around the risk areas of the fundamental social distancing etiquette and keeping aware of the likeliness of infection. To chat to us via Skype about the TraceNovel 19 app is developer of the app, Thulani Ngubane. Mr. Ngubane, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me in your show.
What are the main functions of the app? How does it work?
Well, the most significant functions of this app is that if you compromise the social distance with someone who has actually downloaded our app, it will actually report us to the server, and then privately, obviously, we will have to then speak to the people who actually have in contact with someone who has been tested positive, who has been confirmed positive for the virus.
Okay, help me understand in greater detail that if, for instance, I am COVID-19 positive, how does that app detect my status?
Well, it's a platform. What we'll do, all the South African citizens with a smartphone, they will have to download our app. And then once the app has been downloaded, obviously, it will give us a very significant tool, which is called Bluetooth. Once you've actually been tested positive, the Bluetooth will be on, the location will be on. What it means, once you've been tested positive, if you actually interact with people whom actually also got the same app but who are not positive, it will definitely, at the same time, it will actually give us a signal that, for instance, Thulani Ngubane has been mingled up around with people who are not positive. And then what would that mean? Privately and quietly, they will then notify those people whom Thulani have actually compromised the social distance with. And then those people will be contacted quietly and privately to come and be tested to see if at the time when they've actually been in contact with me, they have not contracted the virus.
Because the whole issue of infection becomes a chain. If one person is positive and then infects the next person infects the next person, I mean, it goes on and on and on. Yes. So does this app notify all these people that they've been infected by one person?
Absolutely, absolutely, it does. It does.
So talk to us about the challenges faced with taking this app further.
Well, the challenges that we are facing is that we need now to pay for the license to be actually running on the same spectrum as WhatsApp, Facebook, and all those other social media platforms. So we need now to pay licenses so that we can be live, so that each and every South African who has an opportunity to download our app would then be in a position to download the app. From there, then they will actually do a pre-screening. All the necessary information which will be done through that pre-screening, then we'll then have to store it into a certain database warehouse. From that database warehouse, we'll then be able to have it live. But now at this point in time, I am excited, but I'm not excited because I know that I'm not yet there where I'm supposed to be. I'm halfway excited because we have this monster solution which is kept in our garage. It's not yet able to run at this point in time because we still need to pay for the licenses. So I'm appealing either to anyone in South Africa that would actually have a heart to say, look, guys, you have developed this monster solution. We want to come and assist you. Even if the government wants to come in, I mean, we most welcome. We've got open policy for them to come and say, Mr. Ngubane, you've developed this. This has got nothing to do. It will not help me, but it will help South Africa at large.
Then there's the issue of a growing concern with regards to stigma attached to coronavirus positive persons. And some people are now scared of coming out in the open with declaring their status around coronavirus. So will this app not violate their right of, of keeping their status private?
Well, the privacy is absolutely very much an important, significant, which we have made it sure to be having embedded into our solution. All the cases are treated individually and privately. No one would no one would know that as I'm carrying my mobile application, my mobile phone, my status is positive or negative. But it will be something that would be private and confidential that we would know as a service provider or as the government to say that, for instance, Thulani Ngubane is moving around. His HIV is actually has been tested coronavirus positive. So if he mingles around with people who are not yet tested positive, they will notify those people, but they would not tell who has been that person that you've mingled with.
All right, Mr. Ngubane, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. That was Thulani Ngubane, the founder of the TraceNovel 19 app.